Hey there, it's Chris. We are getting socked with a winter storm. Me and Z are out patrolling. Uh, so far, about 7 inches, which for southeast is pretty good. Pretty good snowstorm. But Joy decided to stay in. Where are you going? What are you doing? Come on. So I figured I'd take the dog for a walk. Take you guys with me. It's beautiful out. Again, being from New England, I kind of miss this. Kind of miss the snow and the different feel. Um, don't really have to shovel too much because by Tuesday and Wednesday it's gonna be in the 40s. Oops, ooh, that's slick. So there's a lot of ice below this snow, so I gotta be careful. I'm got my big heavy boots on. Oops, come on, dog. So got good traction, good for deep snow. These are North Country boots for big time snowstorms, and this is pretty good. This is uh, more than I had expected. They were saying we would get maybe 2 to 10 inches of snow. They kind of threw every number out there, and that's how our forecasting goes here. They never want to stick their necks out too much, but they've already been running commercials about how they're keeping us safe and how they are so relied on putting up all these posts from viewers that we're so thankful for what you do and the job you do. And just a week ago, our our main weather person was shredding a lot of people from the public because they got that last storm so wrong. Didn't get the freezing rain like they kept saying we were going to get. And, they put everyone into a panic about how bad it was going to be. And it just, it was all sleet, and which I'm grateful for. I'm thankful for. But Joy actually said it today. I'm usually the one that says it. Our weather person wants to beat her chest like Celine Dion about how great she is and how great their forecasting is and all this. And I don't think Zoe likes the getting snow on your feet. Come on. So anyway, yeah, they've already been running ads about all the people that are grateful for them. I think they're trying to stick it back to all the people that were so mean to them last week. And I'll tell you, man, our weather person, she was salty. She was really not a happy person. What are you gonna do? It's your job. I think the problem now is they have 30 different models they can pull from, and one model says we're going to get 30 inches of snow, and one is going to rain. And then they have to, they make a big deal about, then we have to determine which one we need to choose and calculate. It's a crapshoot. And a lot of the people were saying, and I've said this too, if you were as wrong as they are all the time with your job, you would get fired in a week. But it's weather forecasting. It is a science. It's hard to lock it down a lot of times as to what's going to happen. But don't go around saying how amazing you are when you get it remotely right. Like, I think it was pretty easy to call this one that we're going to get some snow, but they were so broad as to who was going to get what and how much and when it was going to start and how long it was going to last. They're way off with, whoa, geez, this is all I could read. And the bust my rear end. I don't know. How's the weather forecasting where you guys are? Is it usually pretty good? Is it usually spot on? For some reason, it seemed 20, 30 years ago, it was just as accurate, maybe a little bit better because it was just, I don't know. When I was growing up in the Northeast and they could call for snow and they would say how much we were going to get and everything, I always felt they were pretty dead on. So, I don't know. Anyway, it is really pretty out. I hate Joy didn't come with me, but we've been holed up all day just watching it snow. We watched a couple movies. We had seen the new Running Man a little while back, a few weeks ago. What'd you see, baby? So, oh, we need to watch the original one. So we watched Top Gun Maverick earlier today. Hadn't seen that since the release in the theaters. And then we started the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's so funny to watch because it's just I mean, you watch these movies that you thought were so great back in the day, and they're so dated. Um, Still fun to watch, but the cinematography is just so different. And oh, okay, want to go back? Let's go. We'll go back this way. Trying to get her to do her business, but she doesn't seem to be too interested in it, so it creates a problem. And my neighbor was actually out earlier. He was trying to shovel an area for his little dog. He's got like one of these tiny little dogs, and just trying to clear enough space for this little dog to do his business because it's over, it's over his shoulders pretty much. Ooh, that is ice. Ooh, geez, woo. Oh man, I need to pick my spots where I'm walking here. That would have been fun to have on camera. Anyway, when we were kids, it seemed we got snow like this a lot, and it was just a thing. We today's Saturday, and by tomorrow on a Sunday, the roads would be cleared, and then we'd be at the school bus stop on Monday morning. Um, Kids have been out all this past week because of all the ice from last weekend, which, I mean, there's some really bad spots just on this road. One of our videos, I think it was the last video, the one before, I mean, we were walking and there were just some spots where it was just nothing but ice, like you're on a hockey rink. And it's really dangerous. And at our age now, we don't bounce back like we did when we were kids. And I mean, here I am huffing and puffing too, so got that going on. But back in the day, and I talked before about toboggans we had and sledding with those. Another thing I really miss is the skiing. We used to have great skiing all over New England. Go to New Hampshire. I learned to ski up in Maine, so that was a lot of fun. Uh, they don't have skiing like here in the South. They have a few states with decent mountains, but the ski areas are pretty small, very crowded, and I think the vast population on a weekend are all new skiers that don't know what they're doing. And then you've got bodies strewn all over the place that you're dodging. And I wouldn't call myself an expert skier, but back when I used to ski, I haven't skied in a long time, but, I'd call myself a good high intermediate to very low expert level. I never liked moguls. I always ski with really long skis. Over my head. They're like, I think the ones I have are 215s, and they're just straight. They're the skis I've had since the 90s, and they were great for the day. Kesley's, and I'm trying to think what kind of, I can't remember if I had marker bindings or what, I forget what I have. I haven't touched them in probably 10, 15 years, but used to go on youth trips, and I'd be the guy that trains all the new kids, and it was a lot of fun, but never tried the new skis, the hourglass shape. Supposedly they're a lot, whoa, they're a lot easier to carve, a lot more responsive. They're shorter, and maybe someday I'll get back to it. I don't know. The times we've been, the last time we went, it was so crowded. I said, "This is ridiculous." We were in line for 45 minutes to get on the lift every time, and I'm like, "This is just ridiculous." Come on. We gotta get in the snow. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So anyway, uh, I'm glad we have power today. I know that's been kind of a key. And what is that? Dude, this is deep. This is over the tops of my boots. But we made a frozen pizza. We don't really eat that too often, but went to the store, got some a frozen pizza, made a brownie mix. It's kind of like back in the day, and not the healthiest, but I think our generation was the one that really started going full tilt on all the junk food, the candy. Um, I mean, it was just tons of stuff that we would just always have. So, but we for today, we'll stay holed up for the day. It's still snowing, not as heavy as it was. It's coming down steady. It's been really steady all day. Uh, some big snowflakes for a while, and now it's still steady. There's smaller flakes. The big ones mixed in, but this is the type that just keeps piling up as long as it continues. Golly, I'm just huffing like crazy. So we're hold up for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow we won't go anywhere. They won't do anything about these roads, that's for sure. These roads they might have a plow go by. Maybe tomorrow. I was actually impressed that car went by. It was a little sedan. Uh, as always, if you've got the tires for it, that's really the key. All-wheel drive is helpful, but snow tires really make a difference. Come on. Snow's getting stuck in her feet here. Anyway, it's good seeing everyone. Hope you subscribe. Have a good